Hello, my name's Nikki Cottle, and this is Group Four's presentation of our local community issue project. All right, let me pull up our presentation here. So the topic we chose was the Wildcat Pantry prices and the poor food choices for students at the Wildcat Pantry. In our group, we have three girls and myself, I'm Nikki Cottle. I'm a non-traditional student with 20 years of real-world experience. I have in the past worked at church that ran a food bank, so I know what happens to a lot of the fresh items that are um, donated and how they are distributed. And I am very well aware of how long $100 will last someone. The next person in our group is Gracie Whitworth. She is a freshman at University of Kentucky. She's studying media arts, and she is currently using the least expensive meal plan that gives you 10 meals a week. And she is well aware of the Wildcat Pantry's prices and what kinds of food that they have available there. Thirdly, we have our another non-traditional student, Miss Katie Garza. She's an online student with a social work major, and she currently works in food management in the U.S. Navy for 9 years. And she has grown up in a low-income home in the Fayette-Madison County area of Kentucky. Higher education is something that can be attainable for people from all backgrounds and financial situations, but there are flaws within the system that could cause young adults within our campus community to go without meals or make some unhealthy food choices due to their financial strains. In some cases, students could even be homeless. Gracie was able to find out about what problem our group could solve, as we all kind of had a difficulty coming up with an issue because two of us are not even on campus. So Gracie, she went to Yik Yak to see what the students are complaining about these days, and the uh, two most popular were flex dollars not being taken at the Starbucks at the Gatton Student Center, and also the inflated prices at the Wildcat Pantry. After interviewing some recent graduates in UK, the Wildcat Pantry is not really like a grocery store, but more like a gas station that has uh, mostly overpriced junk food. In this speech, we are going to use the Monroe's motivated sequence. We're going to go into detail about the problem and what the solution is, what it will look like with and without our solution, and what you can do to initiate the change for the university's campus.
Hi, my name is Gracie Whitworth. I'm a freshman at the University of Kentucky, currently studying media arts. My current meal plan right now is actually the weekly 10, where I only get 10 meals a week and $100 of flex for the semester. And I'm also a victim of the Wildcat Pantry's horrible prices. So I'm going to skip to what I'm going to be talking about today, the need for this particular solution for this local community issue. So, food insecurity and homelessness are unfortunately common experiences for college students across the country. In an article by the Hope Lab of Wisconsin, the data showed just how widespread that problem really is. At the University of Kentucky, even the least expensive meal plan is still only meals a week and $100 in flex. And to put that into perspective, that means that students are going broke to still have to be skipping a bunch of meals a week. So let's start with the core issue here. Many students on campus choose the cheapest meal plan, not because it's what they want, but it's what they can afford. The cost of college isn't just about tuition. Students are balancing housing, books, supplies, transportation, and just being a college student prices. Um, and then when financial aid and scholarships don't cover everything, food can be the first thing that a student cuts corners on expense wise. Um, it is heartbreaking, but it's true for a lot of people. Imagine trying to focus in class, finish assignments, or study for exams when you're not running on very much food. That would be pretty difficult. It's not that students are mismanaging their resources, it's that the resources aren't enough to cover the basics. This brings us to something really interesting and honestly a little frustrating about the current UK dining system. So, UK dining already does something great. They donate leftovers to the community. Um, That includes fresh meals that weren't served or produce that wasn't used in time, and that's a big win. It means less food waste, and it helps people who are food insecure in the broader community. But there's a catch. Many of those organizations that receive the donations, like food banks or churches, face their own challenges. Prepared meals, even when they are safe and fresh, have a very short shelf life. By the time they're picked up, stored, and distributed, they might only have a day or two before they spoil. And unfortunately, that's just not enough time for every item to get to someone who needs it. These organizations do the best that they can, but they're often overwhelmed, understaffed, and stretched too thin. So even though tons of food is being donated with good intentions, um, a lot of it is still going to waste. Some of it does go to composting with UK's recycling team, but still not ideal when students are going hungry just a few buildings away. Even more surprising, some of this food is fed to livestock, so perfectly fresh, edible food is being diverted from people to animals simply because we lack the infrastructure or systems to redirect it quickly and efficiently. It's not a matter of scarcity, it's a problem of logistics and priorities. So when you step back and look at the whole picture, you see that the contradiction we have um, is pretty significant. We have students struggling to find their next meal and skipping food to save money, and just across campus, fresh foods and meals are being thrown out, not because they're bad, but because they're not being redirected fast enough. There has to be a better way.
Hi, my name is Kathleen Garza, and I will be going over a few solutions to the ongoing issues with high prices and unhealthy food options at the Wildcat Pantry. What happens to the leftovers? University of Kentucky already donates their leftover food to the local community when they could easily make boxed lunches and donate them to the Wildcat Pantry, making them either free or for a reduced price, and doing the same for the day-old salad bar items from Champs in the 90s. I have seen something similar to this in the military. Although we are unable to charge sailors for our leftovers, we do allow them to take whatever leftovers that we have instead of allowing large quantities of food to go to waste. The United States Environmental Protection Agency states that it is legal to donate any unspoiled perishable food. Simple solution. This solution solves the problem by reducing waste if given freely or at a reduced price to the immediate student community. This offers our fellow classmates more of a healthier food option that would be more affordable than the Wildcat Pantry. There are two groups that could benefit from this issue being resolved, which would be students that are on the lower income side or any student that is currently living frugal. The second group that would benefit would be UK. Although the prices would be reduced, they would still be producing a profit rather than losing money from wasted food. Offering leftovers as a reduced priced box lunches at the Wildcat Pantry would offer food that is more wholesome and nutritious, which is a step up from overpriced gas station type junk food. According to the UK dining website for the 2025 spring semester, the lower priced food plan that a student is required to purchase if they live on campus is a little over $2,000 per semester. You would be able to enjoy only 10 meals a week and only have 100 flex dollars to use at places like the pantry or close restaurants. If a student had limited transportation and was left with only choices around them, they would be forced to skip meals or choose unhealthy foods. UK has a food bank called the Big Blue Pantry. However, according to the Facebook page, the pantry is closed during school breaks, limited visits, and only offer non-perishable items. If this issue isn't resolved, students will simply live off of unhealthy and expensive food options or potentially skip meals. The food is already being donated, so why don't we donate it to our students? Has this worked elsewhere? UC Berkeley successfully went through a plan like this. Prevost, leader of the UC Berkeley Food Pantry team, witnessed 19,500 visits per semester. What can you do to help? Send our group an email. They are provided on the slide, and the more information and to sign our petition. And here's a little video.
I'm a sophomore here at the University of Kentucky on a 10 meal plan. It's usually fine, but I'm seriously running low. I'm a sophomore here at the University of Kentucky on a 10 meal plan. It's usually fine, but I'm seriously running low on flex dollars, like dangerously low. I try to hit up the Big Blue Pantry, but it's closed for winter break. The Wildcat Pantry, yeah, it's open, but prices, and it's all chips and candy, so nothing real. Man, I'd give anything for a salad right now, or that roasted chicken I had at the 90. That was so good, like actual food, you know. I just want something that's just not from a vending machine. If you're listening, UK, help a Wildcat out.